Opening statement from Coach and jump into questions. Go ahead, Coach.
Yeah, I couldn't be proud of our team. I have so much respect for Kara Lawson and Duke. They're, one of the best defensive teams in the country. They're unbelievable on the boards. I told her, Pat Summit would be proud of her because she's built that program the same way Pat did. But I'm proud of our kids. Got hit in the mouth, down 11 at halftime, and just kept fighting back and getting back in it and made some big plays. And, they ruined my speech, though. I always tell them we give up 70 points, we lose. And tonight we gave up 83 and we won. So I don't know what I'm going to say now, but again, really proud of them.
How's your blood pressure?
What's that?
How's your blood pressure?
Oh, I'm always good, Yeah, I'm cool as a cucumber.
But for real, obviously Zaza had a career high 36 points.
Yeah.
What's it like just watching her every night?
Yeah, sometimes you just got to get out of the way and let her go, huh? It's her time of year. Last year, February, March, she was unbelievable. And, she had a tough first half. Had 3 turnovers, and then turned it over there early, I think, in the second half. But, she got confidence. And, she makes things happen, and which makes it easy on the old coach when sometimes you can just get out of the way and let them go.
Coach, can you speak on just the importance of tonight's game, playing for K, a lot of cancer survivors in the building? What does that mean just for the program, but for you?
Yeah, y'all been doing this a long time and been to so many places where we had play for K games, and they're all special, okay? But it takes it to another level here. And, I mentioned it out there. Think about it. Kay Yao and Jim Valvano, 2 former NC State coaches, are probably doing more for cancer research and treatment, finding a cure, than anybody. And we can all be proud of that. And so pretty special. We haven't always won on this night, so it's good to get a dub.
Wes, you gave the heart symbol, I noticed, to the fans.
Yeah.
Let's go through that. You feel like they kind of gave y'all the bump?
Oh, there's no doubt. They do. We get a big game like this, and, I told them, great job tonight, and what are y'all doing Sunday? We're in Tallahassee. Come on, let's go. All 5,500 road trip.
You all had 36 fast break points, and I know you're capable of that, but it felt like there was almost an extra gear to the transition tonight, Isaiah especially.
Yeah, y'all. Again, I have so much respect for them. Y'all realize they average giving up 49 points a game. They may be the best in the country. And for us to go out there and score the way we did, and for Isaiah to score 36 by herself, pretty amazing. And, I knew it was going to take a combination. We didn't quite do it the way we wanted. I knew we were going to try to have to score and against a very tough defensive team, but I also felt like, we're going to have to get some stops, and we're going to have to rebound. And they kind of kicked our butts in those areas. We were just able, again, we were fortunate to, put up some points ourselves. But we're not there yet, but this is a big win. I'm proud of what they did in January. And now February's brutal. 5 out of 6 against ranked teams, 3 of them on the road. And, oh, boy, the 2 at home are Duke and Notre Dame, 2 top 10 teams. So, last year went through this same stretch, and I had people coming up to me at lunch saying, are you going to be able to turn it around, Coach? Are you going to be able to fix this mess? Got to look at the schedule, folks. Road games are tough every night in the ACC, but now you're going to 3 ranked ones. We still got a whole lot of speed bumps ahead of us, but this is obviously a big win tonight.
Obviously early in the gauntlet, but is there kind of a bit of relief knowing that you're 1-0 in the first stretch of this 5 ranked opponents in 6 games?
Let's get greedy. No, again, it definitely, being down 11 at halftime, it wasn't looking great. It is important that we got that first one, but they're also big. And, we're all about our resume, and, for this team to be where it's at right now with the loss of River Baldwin and Mimi Collins, and still, tonight Lorena stepped up in a big way for us. Her presence, Tilda, another freshman, has been doing a good job in there. So we're just, hopefully they continue to grow. We got another month or so before we get to the postseason, so we gotta keep getting better.
Go ahead.
Speak.
Coach, can you answer to how your team responded well in the fast breaks, as well as being able to answer for every point Duke put up?
Yeah, like I said, I wish we wouldn't have had to answer so many points, okay? I'm not real excited about giving up 83 points to anybody, but give them credit. They did it, and that's what we talked about at halftime. At halftime, I didn't really get upset, or I just said, y'all, they are who we said they were. They're gonna go get offensive rebounds, and they're gonna kick them out and bury threes, okay? And that's what they did. And you just gotta understand, every rebound, every loose ball, if you don't get it, they're probably gonna knock down the three. So you gotta be desperate, and you gotta compete every possession.
Speaking of the turnovers, y'all came into the game averaging just 12 per game on the season and a little under 11 in ACC play. Y'all had 12 at halftime, and then just 3 in the second half. Was there anything that you said or anyone said that changed it, or just settling in?
Yeah, I just, of course we talked about it. We talked about points off turnovers, and we talked about second chance points, because they were kicking our butts there. And that was the game. We were being outscored in those two areas by 14 at halftime, and we were down 11. So right there's your game. And like you said, that's great. They'll only have 3 in the second half, so that was big. They're still tough on the boards, but yeah, if you turn it over, it's going to turn into a layup or a 3 on the other end. They're really good at transitioning from defense to offense, and so to limit those turnovers is a big deal.
Go back to Lorena, she had those pretty clutch performance late tonight, kind of similar to the games you had at Syracuse, kind of came in late, gave you all a little bump there inside. What have you seen from her in the past month or so in terms of development and be able to execute on the floor?
Yeah, she needs to be more consistent. I told her today in shoot around, Lo, you should be playing more minutes. You want to play more minutes? I want you to play more minutes. But baby, you got to be consistent every day in preparation. Okay? She's a freshman, still learning. But I told them at halftime too. We don't really want to feed Lo back to the basket. We want Lo setting a pick on the ball and letting her roll to the rim, because she's good when she can roll to the rim, roll to the offensive boards, and be on the move. And obviously, second half she did a pretty good job of that. Her teammates did a good job of finding her on that roll and getting her the ball.
2 more questions.
Coach, in the first quarter, you were shooting 71% from the field. Duke was shooting just 35%. In that second quarter, script kind of flipped. Can you talk us through what happened there?
Yeah, I let my assistants coach the second quarter, okay? I just felt like I need to get them involved. No, again, it happens. They outscored us, I think, 14 points in like 3 minutes, okay? It was brutal. And we had some turnovers, just tough stretch. And I told them at halftime, they had a run, we definitely can have a run right back. And took us a little bit longer, but again, I'm proud of them. They kept their composure, they kept their head up, and it could have got ugly, because they were hanging their heads a little bit there late in the first half.
Uzziah had just 7 points at Wake Forest last week. What's it like for you to kind of see her come back and kind of put the team on her back in the second half?
Right. Yeah, that's what I say. She got a lot of confidence, and so. That's what great players do. She struggled in the first half, had turnovers. She hit 4 out of 6 shots, I think, in the first half. She hit shots, but she had some turnovers. But hey, pick back up. You gotta love that kid. I mean, she stayed here in the program, didn't play as much as she would have liked her first year or 2, but she cut out the outside noise, and boy, glad she stayed.
Thanks, y'all.
You got anything?
Any thoughts on Hamilton's retirement?
Hamilton's retirement.
Leonard Hamilton.
Who?
Oh, I'm sorry, Leonard, not the.
Oh,
president.
Leonard Hamilton. He's, it's a different time, and he's, I think, about 10 years older than me almost. So he's not a young guy like me, but I tell you what, he's amazing. He doesn't look his age. I can tell you that. I had lunch with him one time down at the ACC meetings, and that dude, he hides it good. But yeah, you got him. It's a tough time right now. So, but at halftime I was ready to retire. Now I think I got about 5 more years in me. Okay.